No Ray Lows, no Ray Nobodies. I am your scoundrel scheduler, your bar manager, your Wookiee wrangler, rule maker. You break the rules, you get kicked out. No trolling, no Adam Driver fans, no ST fans. You start a fight, take it up in the alley, gunfights, you take the shit out in the street. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about what is this? Rewriting Ripley Pod, attacking Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy from The Quartering, Gary from Nerdrotic, and throwing in drunk 3PO, who's like an innocent little baby. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Ryan Cannell, and leaving out me, Mega Random, Anna, Jesse, and other women who hate the sequel trilogy. You see, if you're a white man and you hate it, you're alt-right. But if you're a white woman, or any, we've got Lorena Creel, Jane Theory, they're both black, and they're attacking. They're ignored. We're ignored. I mean, black women, white women, alien women. I don't give a fuck if they're women. They don't fit. We don't fit the narrative. So guess what? Hi, Dave. Hi, Trela. Hi, Dakari. Dakari, I don't know what you're talking. Can you refresh my memory? Because I don't remember. I'm not connecting that. Hey, Vader fan. I'm literally speechless. I mean, that these two, and they're women. One's named Kate, and I can't remember the other one. But they're two SJW, angry, feminazi bitches. Okay, which is what they are, and I don't care if I insult them. Their existence insults me. The fact that I get left out, the fact because I don't fit their fucking narrative, is ridiculous. Craig visiting Lucas. What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see how that fits. While I'm talking and ranting, you can try to explain it to me. Then on top of that, they ignore Abu Nas, Mark with a C, Lord Callis, Fatal J, Demongenai, and John Matrix. The black male fans, okay, and of course Latino fans, and we could just go on and on and on and on. This is a hit piece. This is a smear campaign. In fact, I'm not kidding you. If they do go after me, I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna sue their asses. I'm gonna sue their asses on the ground for slander, defamation. I don't think so, Dave, because Screen Rant came out with an article. Mecha Random is ranting about it now. Came out with an article just as this all came out about how Kathleen Kennedy really is the best person to lead Lucasfilm. And of course, they're saying, well, Bob Iger said, we look forward to working with Kathy for years to come. He didn't say they were re-signing her. He didn't say anything like that. In fact, he couldn't say anything. And guess what? He didn't. But to morons and millennials who work for, who are out there wandering around, beating their chests in outrage over, how dare we think that Kathy's garbage is garbage, taking him literally. This is why, I'm gonna say this, when the shit hits the fan, millennials will be on everybody else's, these SJW millennials will be on everybody else's menu. And I'm not kidding. They'll be running down the street while people will be chasing them because they can't survive in the real world. They literally have to make shit up whole cloth to get through the day. It's it's fascinating. But but I'm going to tell you this. This came out, and that hit piece came out, and they're prepping the battlefield. They're prepping the battlefield. And the reason why I say this is this. We haven't heard from Kathy since, but we've seen shit happening. I mean, Funko Pop's getting canceled and books being pulled. And, again, I'm not sure what the books being pulled means. And there are rumors that there's trouble on the set of The Mandalorian 3. Are they filming yet? I don't know. No one seems to know when they're filming, if they're filming at all yet. So I'm kind of looking at that going, does anybody know what the hell is really going on? No. Here's the deal. We don't know what's happening. But I have to say this. I told everybody, and I stand by this, I'm going to take it to my grave. If it looks like Kathy's on her way out, whether she resigns or gets, they'll let her say she resigned, but she's going to be pushed out. Okay, and she really doesn't have to be at Lucasfilm to produce Indy 5. I'm pretty sure Harrison Ford is like, the less I see of her, the happier I'll be, okay? Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't like her. I mean, I can't imagine any guy putting up with that inconceivably bitchy bitch. It just, whatever. But the deal is this, and listen very closely. They know she's leaving. Whether it's a week from now, whether it's after Star Wars Celebration, or they're announcing her retirement at Star Wars Celebration or something. She's leaving. I mean, first off, she's 67 years old. She hasn't been successful. I can't imagine the really big investors. I mean, I'm talking, the guys I talk about. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, Bear Stearns, those guys going, she's great. She's great. We like losing millions of dollars for our investors. I can imagine those guys saying, yay! I know, Just Nova, I know. And it's really kind of, so she doesn't have anything to stand on. She has nothing to prove that she deserves to still be there, regardless if she's a woman. And really, when I think about what a shithole she's turned Lucasfilm in, the only reason why she hasn't been replaced sooner is because they can't find anybody to go in there and clean it out. Because you're going to have balls or ovaries of solid steel. Okay, I'm not shitting you. Okay, you're going to have the skin of a rhinoceros, not be sensitive to any attacks. Because these motherfuckers, no matter what happens, she either resigns, and goes out on a parade float, a Disney fucking parade. They make her a princess. I don't give a shit as long as she's gone. We're still going to get attacked. And the person who comes in is going to get attacked too. And if it's a white man, these fuckers will be looking for Me Too's and all the rest of that shit. Not that they'd find one with Jon Favreau because, hey, guess what? Kathy hates him. And if there's anything out there, it would already be out there, okay? So, I really think part of the reason why she's still at Lucasfilm is because A, they couldn't find anybody to come in and fix her mess, which makes sense. B, they couldn't find anybody to come in at the end of this shitty trilogy. Again, that says a lot about how bad TLJ and The Force Awakens really were. I mean, The fact, but this is the really weird fact. J.J. Abrams goes off to Warner Brothers to destroy DC, and Kathy Kennedy is left behind at Lucasfilm, and he was as much to blame as she is. I mean, she did not stand up for those characters like she should. I wish he would. I don't think his kids would want to. I think one of them actually does work at Lucasfilm. I think Jet actually really does. I'm not sure, but I think he does. You know, I'm literally like, this really can't be. We can't be doing this anymore. You know what I'm saying? They can't mean. We've been going over this for what? All right, TLJ came out. All right, Carrie died in 2016 on December 27th, 2016. TLJ came out on what? December 13th, 2017. So we've been at it 2017 to 2018, 2018, 2019, 2019 to 2020. It'll be 3 years and 3 months. Okay. I'm not going to round up to 4 years until we get to June, if this shit's still going on. I can't imagine, with Disney in the financial straits, knowing, I mean, you saw the cap that I put on here? That picture is the picture I took of the High Republic novels at really? These fuckers. YouTube, quit fucking with me. Quit hiding me. Quit it. I'm just a little channel. I can't, I'm not nearly as big an influencer as others. So quit fucking with me. Okay, you fuckers. Just quit it. But I took that picture of all those books. And the simple reason is this. Hi, Maze. And the simple reason is this. I guarantee you, if I go back tomorrow, I'll go back every Monday. I go back tomorrow and look at those books. All of them will still be there. I'm going to give it a month. Then I'll give it another month. Those books have been there since February. They have not sold one. I counted, 6 or 7. We'll see. I would think if the book was as such a strong seller that there'd be like 1 left or none left, and they were going in for another printing. I mean, this is laughable. This is laughable that people actually think this shit is fucking a success. That they think they can actually look at gross box office and think that they made all their money back. I do too, Just Nova. I do too. And I scratch my head and go, I gotta say this. If you're such a fucking SJW, if you're such a little parasite that you can't deal with reality, which SJWs can't, we all know that you can't deal with the fact that what is really going on isn't what you think is going on. That you have to embrace lies and bullshit just to get through the day. There's something really wrong with you, okay? There's something definitely wrong with you. The reason why I say that, we all know, look at the Amazon bestsellers. Where is The Light of the Jedi? Where is it? Where is it? And I'm going to say this. Where are the other books? Hasn't Claudia Gray's new novel come out with Leox is gay and the, lovely countertop, granite countertop, you know? I mean, I'm, I'm like, you know, where are they? How come Target doesn't have that one? Because they can't sell them. All right. Parents look at that and say, what? I don't want my kid reading that. And they take it away from them or they don't buy it for them. Okay. You know, if Disney is worried about keeping a kid's childhood, why does Claudia Gray why is she allowed by Disney to write this shit? I mean, the woman is obsessed. It's gross, but she's done it in every fucking novel. She did it in Lost Star. She did it in Leia, Princess of Alderaan, with icky, gross, smelly Haldo. And then she did it. Why? For fuck's sake, why? This is a kid book. This is a kid's book. Also, say I'm wearing my drunk 3PO. Ta-da! Fade in. Ta. So it's awesome. It's time to really decide what you want to be, Disney. I mean, you can't look at that as being a success. Kathy Kennedy cannot point at the High Republic Publishing Initiative as success because it was being mocked the moment Project Luminous and the whiteboard. It was being mocked before we saw the whiteboard. Then we saw the whiteboard and went berserk because it's stupid. She can't look at her movies for being a success. They've continually lost money. Now the rationality for Screen Rant and everybody else, including Grace Randolph, who also never ever reports net box office, all right, are like, well, the sequels to big movies like TFA always lose money. Okay, I'll grant you that. But having the box office and then seeing it go down to barely crawling over $1 billion. And okay, I already mentioned that. She can't look at anything she's done as a success. Okay? She can't. I don't think the Bobs do look at that as a success. There's a reason why Iger, was it last year, said Disney is now going to be a for-profit corporation, and basically said Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni are answering to me, and not KK. So, again, I'm going to say this again. Whatever was going on was behind their backs. Okay? KK did it. After she did it, she told the Bobs, and this is my prediction. This is what I think happened. She told the Bobs, Iger's like, fuck. What the fuck is she doing? Fucking bitch. I can't imagine what he's saying. And he had to call Favreau. And you guys know the story. He was at a gathering at a house, left to take the phone call, and was heard screaming, very angry. What does she think she's doing? How dare she do this to me? He knows. Jon Favreau's not stupid. This is why you haven't heard anything from him. I guarantee he's talked to Gina. I guarantee you Filoni has too. Filoni has seen it coming. Filoni, he got away from Kennedy as quickly as he could. Well, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Only her name isn't Mitch Rapp, and she's not out hunting terrorists. She's bullying people with a different opinion because they make her feel insecure. I know. And I don't, here's what I think happened. Once it was out there, they couldn't take it back. And I don't think it was necessarily a firing. I think it was just announced that they weren't going to sign Gina back again. Because I think they were definitely developing Rangers of the New Republic for her. Okay. And I don't see how they couldn't. I know, but they couldn't take it back, Kate. I'm sorry to tell you that. You're overthinking this. There's something not kosher about any of this. I'm telling you that right now. It is inconsistent. It doesn't fit with what was going on before. And what I think is going on is Iger is slowly but surely stepping back. From a lot of different things because he is leaving. Oh, yeah, I agree, Maze. Yeah. I don't know. I think what's going on is they're going to go ahead. They're doing Book of Boba Fett. They'll get Mando 3 out some way. And, but I honestly think that this was this was Kennedy's last hurrah. And I think the thing about it is, I really think they need to take marketing away from her. I think they need to take PR away from her. I think they should give it to somebody who's not going to answer to her, because I think the only way they can fix what was broken is to isolate her completely away from everybody else. And it doesn't help. Drunk 3PO got some tweets from Pablo Hidalgo, and it doesn't help that that motherfucker's still there. I mean, they really have a cesspool. It is petty. It's Harry high school bullshit. It's like, you got, the Mean Girls gift that I made? Yeah, it's pretty much like that. You can't sit at this table. It's like, how the fuck? Pablo's, here's the thing that is absolutely mind-boggling. Pablo Hidalgo is 47 years old. 47. Okay, he screams about kids. This is a kids movie. Okay, but then why are you upset? Well, what, your point? You're putting shit that doesn't belong in a kids movie in a kids movie. Okay. No, they'll fire him. They'll get rid of him. I wouldn't. If I was going in there as president of Lucasfilm, literally the day I arrived, the day they'd all go. I mean, all of them. And I mean, Hal Hickel, Henry Gilroy, Matt Martin, Pablo, all of them. They'd all, and if someone that was staying was like, well, Hal does a really good job at the animation, I'd be like, we can find a lot of people out there who can do the same job just as good as he can. Well, why? Well, why does he have to go? Because he doesn't put his best foot forward to represent the company. And when he's out there talking trash about things he doesn't know, he's not putting the best foot forward. And he's making us all look bad. That's why. It's not that difficult, all right? Same thing with Gilroy. Same thing with, you could, and it's just, and they're going to come after us. I mean, I'm telling you right now, they're prepping the battlefield because they know she's on her way out. So that hit piece on the guys, oh, they do, Alex. They really do. That's battlefield prep. They want to make it look like those guys, Jeremy Griggs, Jeremy from The Quartering, Gary from Nerdrotic, Ethan Van Sciver, Drunk 3PO, Nick from Echo Base Network, what? And Ryan Cannell and others are they're going to get the blame for Kathy leaving, okay? And you know, if I was Disney, I'd have my PR people when this goes down saying, if you attack the incoming president of Lucasfilm, whoever that may be, if you smear the customers, yeah, the only thing they've done good is The Mandalorian. That's it. You know, we're going to have a problem. You will not, you know, and then tell them, you won't get passes to movie premieres, you won't get this, you won't get that, you won't get a goodie bag, whatever. Okay, that's what I tell them. Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, I told Drunk, I said, Jay, you have a leg to stand on, I think, in a defamation lawsuit against these two bitches. He does. They go after me. I'm getting hold of my lawyer, and I'm going to say, I'll pay for it. Write a goddamn letter to these two. We'll find out where they are, write them a letter, and tell them, cease and desist, or I. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate that. You know, cease and desist, or we're coming after you. That's exactly. Look, if Pablo Hidalgo got a letter like that, he'd be under his bed, curled up, sucking his thumb, screaming for his mommy. It is. I mean, it really, really is. Where in the hell have you? I mean, first off, I don't even know what the alt-right is. Does anybody? It's like this amorphous, mythical boogeyman out there that these, you know, and I'm going to say this. First off, I'm going to say this. We are dealing with people who can't accept reality. We are dealing with people who you tell them the sky's blue because it's blue. They're unable to accept facts. They're unable to accept facts. Oh, thank you, Alex. Wow. It's literally, they gaslight themselves. They gaslight themselves. How can you think in the real world that this shit is a success? Hasbro won't make any sequel trilogy toys. Galaxy's Edge is now turning over to Mandalorian. Okay. And probably Tatooine. Okay. There's absolutely nothing that Kathy did that none of her things. I think it is, Maze. I think it is. I mean, they've been saying for a long time that you can't find any toys for the sequel trilogy at the stores in Galaxy's Edge. And the stories are out there that it's probably going to go back to Mandalorian. So we'll have the Falcon. We'll have Han Solo's Falcon. Get that goddamn square thing sensor dish off the Falcon and put the regular dish on. Well, see, Carl M., they're dusting this shit off because they're scared to death. I mean, this is this kind of shit you see when the shit's about to hit the fan. They know it's coming. We know it's coming, okay? But we're dealing with people who can't accept reality. They use gross box office instead of trying to go into how much did it really make. Good. Good. I'm glad he is, Anton. How much did it really make? All right, which is net box office. Oh, I know, Trey. I'll go back and watch it in a bit when I'm done here. Then we've got the High Republic dumpster fire. Hasbro's not going to touch it. I mean, the marketing, the merchandising people are walking away. They don't want the licenses anymore because, they're getting fucked over because the product is bad. Economics is not an exact science, but it's not hard. You build it. If it's good, they will come. Yes, EA dropped out. It's stunning to me that we're still talking about this. That Kennedy, but these people actually think this shit is really a success. Well, all right, I've gone through this before. How much it costs to make, the price, how much it costs to make. They said $335 million. All right. It probably made maybe 100 million when all's said and done. Okay. That's it. All right. That's all. I don't really know why they pulled the visual dictionary. It'll be out. I mean, it's that, I don't look at that like that. I need more information on that. But anyway, so I just wanted to come in here and just say, I was left out of it, and Mecca and Jesse and Anna and all the girls, Jane Theory, Lorena Creel, OG Star Wars, all of us, because we don't fit the narrative. And then, of course, Iwan Nass, Mark with the C, Demongenai, Fatal J, Laura Callis, all those guys. They were left out too. All right. But they know it's coming. And they're gonna smear us to save crazy. Okay. So I gotta go. I gotta clean up my kitchen a little bit. We had a dinner party last night, so there's still some stuff I gotta put away. But you guys all have a good afternoon, and I will see you around the galaxy.